multiple ways to win. There's a lot of talk about high school innovation and redesign. Very trendy. What if we told you we already have the people we need, the freedom required to totally rethink alternative education in San Francisco? Let us walk you through our design journey. Let's create more ladders for our students to win at the game of Get to Graduation. We are Independence High School. I'm Anna, I'm the principal.
I'm Jennifer, I am the art teacher.
I'm Donna, I'm the math teacher.
I'm Peter, I teach at the Advisory and Humanities.
I'm Louis, I teach the GED program.
Let me tell you a little bit about our students in case you don't know. We have about 250 students. They're diverse in background and race and ethnicity. We represent most zip codes in San Francisco. About 70% of our students receive free lunch. We have an independent study model, and we serve 9th through 12th graders plus students pursuing a GED.
Many of our students, we realize their learning journey begins before it comes to our doors at Independence. And they have multiple backgrounds in middle school, and for many of them, multiple high school experiences. And so we asked them why they choose Independence. And these are some of the comments that they wrote on one of our polls that we did. I had issues at my last school. I liked the flexibility. I have anxiety. Teachers here really care. My medical condition. I have to work a lot to make money. Our students feel supported, but are they really ready for life after high school?
So 88% of our students enroll in remedial math at CCSF. 58% of the students enrolling in remedial English at CCSF. And 50% of our students are considered chronically absent from 2016-2017. Independence High School started in the 1980s as somewhat of a packet school. Students work on weekly packets. That's what they would get. Then in 2015, we got together and we made curriculums in the Google Classroom. So then they could kind of do it through the computer, but they'd still hand in the packets. We've now implemented a new model where we actually have classes in math and science and Spanish and some other things. And we want to take that even farther now and get into deeper learning.
So our instructional focus for this year as a faculty was creating independent learners through deeper learning and culturally relevant teaching. So historically, alternative ed sites, high schools like ours, have been seen as a place where you can get easy work and get an easy diploma. And there was some truth in that for our school in years past. This can be referred to as the pedagogy of poverty. The idea that students with less can do less, that they are less intellectually capable, which is just not true. So, our initial equity challenge was, how might we maximize deeper learning in the new model without recreating the problems of the traditional school? And that's what we went about discovering, looking specifically at the two deeper learning competencies around learning how to learn and developing learning mindsets. We did some discovery work.
And what we discovered, we used learning maps. We found that students' work was adequate, and we also used a log of sort, a reading log, to see where our students was going, and we also used a generated art learning component to track what our students was doing. We discovered also through surveys and through a fishbowl model what our students was doing, and through shadowing, we discovered a lot about our students. I'm not normal because I don't interpret things the first time like other kids, and I learn hands-on. So it was varied. Students are saying, this is what we found. They feel supported at independence. 2, they don't always have a strong understanding of their academic strengths plus needs. 3, students who attend advisory like advisory. And 4, they have various barriers to physically attending school.
So after learning all that, we redefined our challenge. How do we move beyond the traditional confines of time and space to offer new ways to earn credit? We brainstormed a lot of different things. We talked about vans, we talked about mental health, we talked about social activities. But the 2 things we settled on as being the highest leverage and the most possible to engage in were the ideas of credit by project and credit by exam. So, we don't have a solution, but we have a prototype, and we want to continue prototyping. We want to try credit by project. We want to try credit by exam. How can we use innovative and standards-based assessments to create multiple ways to win for students in alternative education? Board policy gives us the freedom to be creative. It's right there. Let's build our teachers' capacity to create innovative ways to serve our students. And here's some of our ideas.
So we would like to prototype a few of these projects and other ways of learning that allow students to produce their work not on a week-to-week, paperwork by paperwork basis, but in a way that reflects their own abilities and interests through projects. And we need to visit a few more independent study schools that have already done some innovation. In fact, last spring we went to a conference on independent studies, and my mind was blown about how differently they're all doing independent studies. I really thought there was only one way to do it, which is what we've been doing. And I realized, wow, we really need to learn from the others who have been pushing it. And as you've heard, we really have a lot of flexibility in doing so. So this spring, there's a conference down at the High Tech High in San Diego. It's the Deeper Learning Conference, so we would need support to attend that and to work with our colleagues who are in the same pursuit of independent studies.
There's also a project-based learning institute at High Tech High, and we have some teachers who are interested in going. So what we're asking for is some money to build this teacher capacity. We have $5,000 we can put towards it. We have $1,000 left over from our seed funding. So we need $15,064. The majority of it going to extended hours for teachers, conference fees, and travel, and then the rest going to substitutes and student stipends to pay students to participate in some of our pilots. Let's help kids win. Thanks.